Okay, so in the car again, I have a feeling that we'll probably be doing a lot of these in the car. It's Sunday. I'm at it again. I'm excited about it. Doing a lot of training today, and per the last video, that's exactly what I want to do. And I feel like I've been making a difference just in the last 2 days with some of the newer individuals that I've been working with, and that's the point. I ran a conference call this morning on self-imposed limitations, and I just think that that is so prevalent in so many business people, or not business people, where we place a ceiling on our own talent or on our own success, just our own capabilities. And I saw a really great video from Will Smith on YouTube a while ago, and he talks about, why would you be realistic?
Being realistic is the most commonly traveled road to mediocrity. Why would you be realistic? What's the point of being realistic?
Just put up a barrier.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. It's done. It's already done. The second I decide it's done, it's already done. So now we just got to wait for y'all.
Why would you be realistic? That's the first step to failure, is being realistic. And that's such a great point. So many people feel like, well, let me temper my expectations of myself, of a situation, of, whatever it is, so that I can be realistic. And that's how we shortchange ourselves. So the group and I talked about that then, related to our day, related to, just long term and how prevalent that was. And in some follow-ups, there were a couple topics, but in some follow-ups, that was probably the topic that people took the most away from. And I think that's huge. And it's just exactly what it is. It's self-imposed. We do it to ourselves. Think bigger, dream bigger, expect more from yourself, giving, and without expecting, something in return, like expecting it from yourself, and you get, more in return from whatever the situation or the party or the two-way street really is. We did talk a little bit this morning also, just about making sure that you realize what you're putting out into the universe is what you get back. It sounds like kind of a fuzzy topic for some, but I read a book, Beyond Positive Thinking by Robert Anthony, which I really loved, and it goes over how, before the law of gravity was really very well known, everybody still followed the law of gravity. It still applied. You don't have to actively think about the law of gravity in order to not float into space today. And it's the same thing with law of attraction. Whether you're thinking about it on a regular basis, whether you feel like it's been universally, kind of known at this point, although it certainly has been compared to, maybe 10, 15 years ago before the book The Secret really wrote about it, it still applies. And I just like to look towards how we can therefore utilize that. What are you putting out into the universe today? It's what you're going to get back. Book talks about resentment and how, a lot of people resent what they don't have. They resent the lack. If they don't have money, they look at somebody with money and they resent money. If they don't have happiness, they look at somebody with happiness and resent that situation or person or, feeling or whatever it is. And just tackling resentment. So a couple of things in here then, really being focused on what you're putting out into the universe, really recognizing where you potentially hold resentment, and obviously realizing what kind of ceilings are you actually putting on yourself. They're there and they're self-imposed. And looking at those that have really accomplished an awful lot, whether it be, we mentioned Will Smith, or whether it be, somebody who's more in the business world or whatever, those are people that usually break away from their self-imposed limitations, and as a result, their ceiling is so much higher. They learn how to expect more from themselves and not be realistic. Let's do away with being realistic. And those are kind of my thoughts for today. Okay, heading back in here to, work with the newest member of the crew, and I'm very excited about it. Like I said, a lot of progress just from yesterday, and that's so freaking cool. Okay.